Welcome, 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 everybody. So let us know if you have any issues, you hear any problems. We're starting this out brandy new, so this is all fresh. And we're happy to be live. And welcome, everybody. Excited to be here. So welcome to JRDF. We make high quality kit models from the Star Citizen universe. We're really focused on making the best quality and highest fidelity kit models for you guys in all ranges of sizes. And we want to be working really hard and making sure that we, bring your favorite models to life. So, when you want to have some physical representation of, yes, I do. Hey, Pissboard Pete, nice to see you. We definitely want to make all your favorite models. And so it just takes time and energy, and wanted to show some of that process off to you guys. So we have Darjanator and Steel here with us to show off some of the cool stuff that we've done with the new Raven model. So 07. We definitely are very, very proud of what we've done with the new model. We've taken over from Cal's and JR. You guys know them. And so we've moved the whole production to the United States, and we've taken over the kit model side of this business. And man, what a learning curve that's been. So it's been a crazy time, and it's been a crazy year, and we came out with a new product. And I gotta say, I'm absolutely proud to see what we've accomplished. And we've definitely reached that quality bar that we've been looking for, and we really put a lot of time and effort into making this fantastic. It's really such a great model. So if you don't know me, I'm WestbrookDrew. So I'm one of the partners that have taken over JRDF, at least the kit side of this models. We do dioramas, which are small, fleet scale, all the way up to 1 to 40 of the vehicle scales. So we have quite a range of models that are available. And of course, if you want to check them out, it's jrdf.sc. So check out the website, see what's there, give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. And so, it's been great being part of this community. You might have seen me at the CitizenCon booth either last year or the year before. Been working with JRDF since 2018 when we did the full-size Dragonfly, and we had the Kraken model. I'm sure everybody appreciated. And so I was one of the guys that actually was able to become one of the team when they tapped me to do the Buccaneer and the models that were on the Buccaneer. So it's definitely it's been a privilege working with these guys, and it's been quite a journey to get where we are now. And so now we're back on, and we're able to stream again and kind of show you guys what we've been doing, and get back out there and see you at the Bar Citizen events. So want to say hello to Big JR. Nice to see you, buddy. Welcome in. And anybody has any questions, anything like that, throw it in chat. We're happy to have. We're going to have a little QA a little bit later, so we'll keep those questions on hand. But I do want to introduce our team here. So first off, there's Darjanator. Tell us what you do and why you got involved with JRDF.
Ooh, why? That's a loaded question. I can tell you how, but why, that might take a bit longer. Hello, I am Darjanator, and at JRDF currently I am, well, at JRDF US at least, I do the primary modeling of the kits, and the Raven that we're here to talk about today is my first big one after a couple of dioramas, and I'm really excited to show it off. I don't have anything to show off physically. I'll let my friends here to do that for you, but I can show off some pixel stuff. Yeah, but I'm the one that will be that has designed this kit and will be doing them more in the future, hopefully.
Awesome. And it's great to see Cal's too. Nice to see you out there. So thanks for coming by.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, thanks for coming in, everybody. Haskaha, of course, BMXio. We got the Living Saints. We got Scotty Dog. We got NX Invader. Sorry, I tore your name apart. Tanya Lex. We got Pisspoor Pete. And The
That's
Prisoner. Gin and Tonic. Good to see you guys. And The Prisoner. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. And of course, we have Steel. He is our talented painter, and if you stopped by the booth at CitizenCon, you saw his fantastic work. If you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of your history with JRDF, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
Can you just slightly lower the background music?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Steel. I mainly paint the models here. I'm also trying to give some helpful insights when we put the kits together to see what might be optimized in the design phase. But my main job is to paint the stuff, light it up, and make it look nice. And why I'm here, that's quite a funny story. I started painting some models, and then I met JR at the Con 42. By the way, we are going to Con 42. We'll talk about that later too a bit. And then I started to paint more and more models for JRDF. And then when you guys took over, I really became part of the team. And now it's really a pleasure to work with you guys and to bring those awesome models from the game we all love to something physical that you just can put up on your desk and admire, even when the patch is not so great.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Yes, we've all had some growing pains, and it's always nice to have a nice physical representation sitting on your shelf with high detail and a lot of time and effort getting in there to making it the best we possibly can at that scale. So definitely. Steel, you did mention that there was some tutorials for the Raven. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I made a tutorial about the whole process of fitting it together, preparing the parts, how you can light it up in different ways, where you put the electronics and all the lights, and how you paint it. And that's now on our Discord, so you can look it up there in the painting section. But it has taken some time, so it's quite... you need to search it there. That's the problem. So we put up a PDF with all the stuff together, and I think this will be available soon on the website, I think. That's what you guys told me.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yeah. So
the
that will be...
the website is in constant phase of being revamped and updated, so we'll have the tutorials page up as soon as possible.
So you have the nice, really high detailed manual from the kit, which just shows how you normally put it together, and you can use this guide maybe as an idea what you can do with it too, with right options, and also how you could paint it. And of course, you guys are always invited to join us in the Discord, ask questions, bring us with your ideas, and we will figure out a way to do it.
Absolutely. So, that's a big shout out. Actually, I'll do the Discord command. So that is our Discord. Jump on and give us feedback. We love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think. Good, the bad, the ugly. Whatever. We're open to suggestions. So, and we do love to hear from you guys. So, let us know what you think, and we'll get that in there. So we'll try our best to do what we can. So, let's see here. We want to do... What are we doing here? All right. Well, if you want to take a little journey, Darj, with your design, we can kind of go into the design side here, and we'll switch the scenes. There we go. So...
Yep. Right. So this is... primarily this is the result of CIG's hard work, and also the hard work of some of the guys that work in the background at JRDF to create a little program called StarFab that's able to pull all the wonderful assets from the game files and throw them into your 3D program of choice. In my case, Blender. wasn't what we started originally with, but we're migrating towards everything Blender these days because everybody is. But yeah, so this is how one of the ways that a ship could end up, because there's so much that's also attached to this that I don't need, like lighting and animations and textures and stuff like that. The textures I'll leave to the modelers to recreate in their own vision. But yeah, I'm only interested in geometry. So yeah, this is how it is. It still has all the breakup lines. That this is how the ship breaks up in game. We don't want that. And there's also componentry here that with the Raven is also another cool story, or a horror story, if you want to. Because as Steel will be able to confirm, last year when we were at Beacon already, we already had a fully modeled, assembled, painted, and lit model to show off, and it was during Beacon that CIG dropped the gold standard revision on the community, which included all the subcomponents, and for instance, over here, the weapons mount, and a couple of other changes. If this was only the 1 to 500 model, I wouldn't bother. But at 1 to 100, I notice, and I'm sure that a lot of the super fans of this ship, and there are many, will also notice that it's not the very final version of the ship. But yeah, thanks to people like VMXio, who's in chat right now, we were able to pull the complete and assembled ship out of the game, and that's when the fun begins. Have to start fixing a lot, because the model is well optimized to look good and run well in game. But you can't just print that, unfortunately. As much as highly detailed as it is, you just can't do it. There's just too much detail missing in geometry, and there's a lot of detail and smoothness that I would say that's missing in geometry. Yeah, for instance, like here you can see that wherever you have like this plane that does a double twist, it all goes to hell. So those are all the things that eventually, over several weeks or several months, you go piece by piece, you smooth things out, you push a couple of triangles here, you add details there, and then eventually you end up with this that probably doesn't look much different to what we started off with, but actually ends up being a lot smoother where it needs to be, a lot more detail where it's missing. CIG is very proud of their parallel occlusion map technology, where they add a lot of details through texture. So if you just want to print that out, that's just missing stuff like panel lines, bolts, various little details like these vents here, just little sort of nooks and crannies here and there that create all the little the detail that that fills in the empty spaces, but that's just missing. So all of that has to be added back, and then you start figuring out how are you going to break it up, because in the end it's still a kit. It's still something for the modeler to assemble. So you have the guns here, and the intakes and the thrusters and this little intake and the cockpit. All of these parts need to be pulled separate, made separate, and then we figure out fancy ways to make them click together, make them fit together, especially the landing gear. This is something that we're very proud of here at GRDF. All these big kits have replaceable landing gears, where you can, for instance, go from a flight configuration to a landed configuration. We have all the landing gear. You just swap it out with magnets, click, click, and there you go. And the ladders, and oh yeah, this is a VMXO special, the pilot.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah. I still don't know how to do all the people from the game, so he's able to pull that out from the game and pose them in various fun ways. I still only do the ships, yeah. But yeah, in the end, we have a pretty ship.
Pretty ship. So how much work did it take when they kind of surprised us with that golden pass to get it up to speed?
About a couple of months, I would say, like 1 or 2 months. Primarily just figuring out what it was that had changed. Like stuff you wouldn't even notice. Like the intake now has these 3 fins on it,
yeah,
which it didn't before. And then, yeah, like I said before, there was this personal weapon mount that, well, we're not going to model it, but I still had to add the line work where it was, and then most of the change was up here on the spine, where the components go. We don't show the components on this model. Maybe in the future, but yeah, still all the line work needed to be changed. And there's some shapes that are different. Like this used to be concave, now it's convex.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and now that I have like this little 3D rendered view, I can show off one of the special things that we did for the Raven, the 100 kit, and that is clear parts for lighting.
Indeed.
Like the thrusters, this main thruster in the back. These thrusters, these are all clear parts, so that, and there's a big cavity inside as well.
And so you worked with Steel to kind of develop the lighting kit ready parts for this, right?
Yeah. Well, I started off with that idea, and then of course, yeah, went back and forth with him to figure out what the best way to do that it would be. Like for instance, we have this little light on the wingtip here. How are you going to light that up? So we have like extra channels, and we have holes in the geometry that you could probably only really do with 3D printing. All that connect you to the main chamber, so you can run your wires to all the LEDs and get power to where it needs to be. Because in the end, it is a pretty big kit. It's about 24 centimeters long, or like 9.3 inches, but you know, the little thing, the little light at the end, still needs a very, very tiny LED to work.
Indeed.
But for all that, I think we should go to our friend Steel.
Absolutely. So Steel, you want to show off some of the highlights for this model, please?
Try to put it a bit more into focus so you guys can see the model itself. And this now is the production model, the gold standard. And I think I'll probably just start with the old one we had for Beacon. Number 1 is a prototype. It's this one here. And it's hard to see the changes, especially as the first paint job was original. black and blue, and it's awesome looking in game. It's not the best color to showcase a model because black is black and everything looks black, so most of the details get lost. That was also the reason why I decided to use another paint scheme for the next model. But the good thing here was that we could see everything works out so far. The general plan is fine, everything fit, but there were also a couple of things that we could optimize after we built it and we carried around for a while. So we also were able to sneak in some improvements for the whole model with a new version, especially for those tiny bits like the wingtips here. Maybe I can show them.
Yeah,
These small ones here.
Can you do the autofocus?
Oh, wait a moment. Better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, these small ones here at the tips, they are a bit finicky, and we found out that there is a way we can make it quite easy to fit them if you want to light it, but also if you don't want to light it, because that was the other problem that we had. We wanted to give people the option to light it, but it would also be needed that people can just assemble it without light if they don't want to light it. So how do you make a system that works for both ways? And that was quite a challenge, and I'm really happy how it turned out. So it's optimized for lighting. You can light it up really easily with the channels inside and also with the clear parts, but you don't have to. You just can assemble it the normal way, paint it, and it will still look really, really awesome. The other interesting challenge is how you light all these different versions of it with all those small lights inside and also the thrusters. I think, Dodge, you did a count how many lights we had on it? I always forgot. It's 15, 20, something like that.
Well, you mean the clear parts, or
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I should probably just go through this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the thrusters. Then you have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, you're right, 15.
Yeah. So
sorry,
you don't
16.
really want to put.
I missed the main thruster on the back.
Yeah, so you don't really want to put 16 different LEDs inside if you have to. So we tried to optimize it a bit, and we have this main cavity inside, and this is connected to all thrusters. That means if you just put a single light source inside the main cavity, you will have completely all thrusters in any color you like. And that is including both of the front thrusters on the upper and the lower part, and also both back thrusters and also the small maneuvering thrusters on top and on the bottom. So that's really something that you can easily achieve with just basic skills. You will just need to put at least one LED inside, and that's it. You can go further if you like, and then you take small SMD LEDs with nano wires, really thin wires, and then you can use the option to go through the main channels to the wingtips on both of the wings, and also to go to the cockpit. You have also enough room in the cockpit to put extra fibers in there, so if you want to go a bit more, like stuff that is not really included, you can also just drill some extra holes and put in some more blinky lights in the cockpit. It depends a bit on your skills there, because it's really a bit tiny, but so you see you have really various degrees of skill levels that you can use to build this model any way you like it. And I think that is the great thing with a model. So it's for the beginner if you just want to paint it. If you want to get a bit into lighting, you will get a nice model, and if you know what you're doing and you may be an expert with a lot of model history on your back, then you can go full crazy mode with it.
Like steel, because I gotta say that looks fantastic, and seeing that model in person really blew me away. So kudos to you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And so just quick shout out for Discord. So you guys all are hanging out at the Discord, and anybody has questions or problems or anything like that, it seems like you guys are really helpful and really just jumping in there and helping people out with painting tips and assembly tips and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly about having fun with the model. So I think it's maybe different with a normal thing like an art piece, which you look somewhere. You do it for yourself, and the way is very important that you do it in a way you like it, and you should have fun doing it. And I think what we try to do in the Discord is to show you the way that you want to go. And there are several options to do it. You can paint it really easy with a few steps. You can go very detailed, and it's important to find the way that suits your style and your level. And I think we can be a great asset to help you find that way and that level and that style, or maybe to improve a bit.
Awesome. Fantastic. Let's see. We got another question. We will get your questions. I am taking them down right now. So I did want to kind of do some house cleaning here, and just say thank you so much. Oh my God, Rye, you're crazy. We're gonna start with the first with Kwisatz 03. Quizit Saturday? No, Quizatz 03. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. We do appreciate it. Also, Cal's,
But
thank you
before
so
we
much.
begin, do you want to mention something that we've got going on with the bot? You know, something that we wanted to get the bot going.
Oh, yeah, we want to get the bot going, yeah, don't we?
Yeah.
So we
Why
do
not?
have, yeah, so thank you for the subs. And then we do have the bot going to be starting up right now. We have a giveaway. We're going to do the diorama Raven. So the little guys, 1 to 500. You do get several of those in the actual, in the package. So you have, is it 3 in flight and 1 landed?
That's
So,
correct.
so yeah, you get 4. Let's see here. We'll get this giveaway going right now. Next. And next. We're going to do activity for 15 minutes. There we go.
That's the one.
Done. All right. So all you have to do is chat in chat, say hello, wave, give us an 07, and we will get you in this giveaway for the Raven dioramas. We will take that at the top of the hour. Nice to see everybody. And then I gotta say thanks again, Ryan. Holy cow. So many subs. 10 tier 1 subs. Really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much.
Right, but Steel, when are you going to light up one of the 1 to 500 ones?
Ah, right.
The Ravens. Yeah, I have actually looked into it, and I
What?
think, yeah, it was a challenge you already posted to me, and no, it will not light up. It's just a bit too tiny, and there's not enough room. So one could maybe do the trick that we did with the Avenger that you have.
Mhm.
So you light it indirectly with a kind of exhaust
Yeah.
stream from behind. That would be possible, but actually the exhaust on that scale is so small that it's hard to fit something like an acrylic rod in there. Maybe.
I was joking, of course. But yeah.
Well, you did manage
But
to get lighting into the Vanguard, so that was pretty impressive, I have to say.
Yeah, but the Vanguard is a bit more forgiving because it is quite larger and it also has several parts. And I don't know if you see it on camera, but it's just on the underside. I just put the wires on the underside because no one looks at it from the underside. So
Ah, I see, I see.
basically the same idea that we have with a Raven, but it's just the proof of concept, I'd say.
Indeed. So yeah, so I did say somebody was looking at for a PTV. Unfortunately, those are no longer available. They're completely sold out, and we're not making any more of those.
although
Mm,
there is a reconcept in the future.
indeed. So I was going to say that never say never, and you know we have the old model, but we might be able to do, you know, we got the STV, we got the UTV. And the PTV are all getting, you know, have, you know, refreshed. So we might, I definitely agree. STV is king. So
Yeah.
we haven't seen the UTV yet though,
Can
PMX. So
can
I'm not
be
sure.
Steve. Yeah.
We still also have a very limited number of dragonflies left.
Indeed. We have so the kits, once we do run out of a run of kits, then we do not produce them any longer. So we have 500. It's through our license. We do that, but we did 1,000 for the Raven because we anticipated that throughout the time that we have available, we definitely feel like we don't want to limit ourselves, but it's still a limited number, and we feel that we are coming close to the end of the arrows. So if you do want to pick up an arrow, now would be a good time to do that. But we want to make sure
there's
that
only like 30 left.
yes, sir. There's only 30 left, and then that's it. There's no more arrows ever going to be made. So we do like to make sure that if there's different versions or different types, that we can develop a different model for that. But like as far as the Raven, it's there's a couple different versions out there as well. So we might be able to have some kind of options for that. But right now, this is what we're looking at, and it's the basic and standard model.
Yeah. Yep. But there's Vanguard that's shown right now. That is a 1 to 500 diorama, and we don't have a limit on those. I guess
Correct.
we could be producing those for as long as there is need.
Yeah, as long as there's demand, we're happy to produce these. And like I said, we've moved production, so we've gotten it up and running. We got everything going, and we making sure to get things back in stock and back available for you guys. So yeah, I definitely like the Vulture as well. And I just want to reiterate that we want to do more streams. We want to kind of get out there and kind of have this on a little more regular basis. We've been kind of incognito, just trying to get everything up and running. So it's taken some time. We get it. But we want to be, out here and kind of, hanging out with you guys and just showing you what we're doing and showing the cool stuff that's available. So it's just a casual, chill stream, So any feedback, anything like that, go ahead and hit the Discord up. Let us know what you think. We love it. So let's see here.
Showing us what we're doing. You want to show what you've been doing?
Oh, I can definitely show what I've been doing. That's a great idea. So I have been working with the laser, and so it's been a learning experience.
Do the finger quotes when you do a laser.
Oh, lasers. So yeah, I've been basically working with the laser, and we acquired a laser. Kind of fell off the back of a truck. We had known somebody, but it was a very old machine, and it was showing its age. The tube was really getting aged, and we basically were struggling to try to get consistent results from this thing. And so with a few friends, sorry about that. Yes, mini jams. Oh, I can turn that. We don't have to have that on. Sorry. That's a good thing to do. I got you, JR. Don't worry. Ban him. Let's see your exit steps. There you go. That should work for you. You are free to spam mini flams. Anyways, so what we had to do was basically change out the entire. We had to change out the controller. We had to change out the panel. We had to change out the driver and the laser tube for the laser. And of course, anybody who knows anything about lasers, you have to go back and realign everything, tweak everything, make it actually function correctly. And so we decided as part of the Raven kit that we wanted to do something a little extra special for the first 100 named or numbered kits. So we decided to go with a metal card. So the certification is actually a metal card, but you do these material tests, and then you find out, iteration after iteration. It's kind of, you keep going.
When you forget to invert the image.
That's right. That's right. So, there's a lot of trial and error and iteration to get to, what we got to. I have a stack about this one, that big of all the different versions that I came up with. But I think I'm really happy with what we came up with. It took, several types of like lasing. So you really have to like dial in the speed and the power to make it do what you want to do. And so then our final, let's see here. So we have beautiful Sabre Raven, and of course Darjanator was our designer for this. I like the design quite a bit. Nice, crisp lines.
Basically, I just took that's a Raven meme image that I made for a T-shirt. That's like 3 of it in existence, and I just rotated it, and that's it.
I mean, you're not supposed to give up your secrets, Sarge, But yeah, and then of course you have your numbered certificate of authenticity. Officially
there's the 42.
Number 42. So yeah, it was a journey to try to figure out how to get this laser up and running. And I've never done lasing on aluminum. These are blanks, basically pre-coated blanks, and just figure it out. It's just keep trying and keep going at it and keep doing it. And I'm really happy to that we got it up and running. The thing works like amazing now, and we're able to laser foam, so we can get more kits on the shelves for you guys. We're able to laser the certs. Those are really fun. And of course, we're kind of exploring some other things to be able to, add a little more detail and give you that little better experience and that premium experience that you do, expect from JRDF. So I definitely feel like, it's been a long journey, but absolutely worth it. And just seeing you guys are, your responses and your feedback and saying, awesome. And I have to agree with you, JR. They are temperamental machines. It is... They are a pain in the butt, but it takes some time, and once you get it dialed in, though, the results speak for themselves. So, and just checking chat, see how you guys are doing. Let's see here.
We got any more questions?
So there was a question. We can do the Q&A if you like, but would you guys talk a little bit about Con 42, please?
Yeah, sure. I think Steel knows more about it since it's more of his local thing.
Cool.
Yeah, Con 42 is, I think, the largest community event in Germany, and probably one of the larger ones in the EU. And it's near Frankfurt, so usually also quite some people from CIG show up there. And they have a lot of booths from orgs who have several activities that you can join there. There also is a kind of interactive game. They have some dev panels where CIG devs are talking about their work from CIG. And in general, it will just be an awesome time for every Star Citizen fan to come along, chat a bit, have fun. And yeah, we will be there with a small booth. I will bring the models that you see here so you can see them in person. We can talk about model stuff, about painting, about lighting, and I think we will also attend the Bar Citizen the evening before, so we will be there so you can bribe us with a beer. Yeah, I don't know what you are going to bring some stuff too, Darsh, you said, for the booth?
Well, I think that's still in being produced or I think we'll be able to have like real life like in person pickup at our booth. So if you we will we'll be going through our website and setting things up. But I think pretty soon you'll be able, if you buy something and if you intend to join us at Con 42, you'll be able to set your pickup locations, and then you'll be able to just swing by the booth and pick your thing up from us instead of having to wait for it to be shipped to you in a box.
Yeah, if you want to have more information about the con, I think the website is con42.de.
Yep.
But I think the bad news is they're quite sold out with tickets, but they have a kind of queue system, so you can sign up if you want to have a ticket, and your ticket is not available anymore, and they will contact you when they have new tickets or people give tickets back.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous, guys. I wish I could go. It sounds like a lot of fun. It does make a good point, though, about shipping. So if you can save on shipping, we know it's been a pain point, and we definitely feel like it's definitely prevented a few people from enjoying our products. So we actually have, like you said, we have the pickup available at the event, and then we just opened up our EU shipping. So it's a better way for people across the pond there to be able to save on shipping. We do have different kits that are available there than over here, but we want to be able to basically have all the kits available in both locations. So it's just making it convenient for you guys, and then keep the cost as low as possible, and of course you get it faster that way too, so that's always cool.
This is true. Yeah. And to be more specific, we have pretty much everything except the Carex and the Raven.
Yep.
Other than that, I think pretty much everything is in stock over here on the EU side of things. So if you're from the UK, you would be buying from us, and if you're from the EU, definitely. But other than that, I believe depending on where you are, there's some logic that will shunt you either to the US or to the EU store.
Indeed. So we've been working with it is the hardest part. I agree. So yeah, we've been working with Shopify and just making sure that it's set up right. We actually got a shipping company to help us out. So we got a third-party shipping company, so we can get guaranteed rates, and it makes it faster for you guys. And then of course you see all that right in the checkout. So there's no surprises, nothing like that. And it seems to be we're working on it. It is a very, very difficult thing. Shipping is a royal pain in the butt, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Like, a couple of weeks ago, I was watching. If you guys are fans of us, you'll be fans of them. The WAN Show from Linus Media Group. They have their own store. They use Shopify, and even they struggle daily with international shipping, and they sell hundreds of thousands of items, so much more than we do, and if even they have issues, apparently you just have to be Amazon if you want to do international shipping.
Indeed. Yeah, it's crazy. So unfortunately, I don't know what happened with the giveaway, but it kind of removed everybody from the list. So if you guys want to get us a 07, say hello. Ask a question.
Everybody spam the chat.
Spam the chat. You got 7 minutes. So yeah, it's been great. I'm really glad we're back online here and hanging out with you guys. And thanks everybody for showing up. Thank you, the Astropub, Paul, Berserko, and Batman Shelley, for giving us that raid. And yeah, just fantastic to be online and hanging out with you guys. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So, yeah, and definitely, that's an interesting thing that we're 1-to-1 retribution. Well, we don't have the billions of dollars that a government might be able to put into that. So, fortunately, that's probably
I think you're a few zeros short on that one.
Yeah, you might be right on that though. So, Stellar. Yeah, so there is the So if CIG has an official kit, media kit, that does have STLs available. So if you do get your own 3D printer, they are available for you to print your own and do what you want with. And we love seeing what other people do, and we love seeing the the talent in the community. And I've seen so many different people just like excited and talking about 3D printing. It's been something that's been my passion for quite a long time. So the Raven itself is 275 USD, sir.
Right.
So yeah,
do you want to switch over to my view, just as a sneak peek for what we may be doing in the future?
Indeed. So we have been working hard.
What's this?
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so and maybe you can just talk a little bit about that and what the unique features are and what we're planning on with this guy.
Well, this of course is the Gladius. It's another 1-to-100 combat ship. I'm thinking something non-combat for the next one. What do you think? I'm getting kind of bored.
I think so.
This is the Gladius. We've shown it off at CitizenCon already, but so here it is in more in a lot more detail. So you can see from the different colored parts how pretty much how many different parts there will be, and yeah, this will be the first kit that we do that has swappable components. This apparently is the life support system.
Mm-hmm.
And this down here is the radar and avionics. Even though it's empty right now because there's no such thing as radar and avionics in game. So we'll see what has to happen with that when it comes with future like engineering updates and stuff like that. Exactly. But something that I'm actually super stoked about. I think I can make this happen.
Well, yeah, we have been talking about that a little bit. That would be really cool.
Yeah, we like we said before, a lot of stuff we do with magnets, and I think I can sort these things to turn. Well, not motorized, of course, but you'll be able to pose them as you see fit. But yeah, that is
more interaction.
Sorry?
Less lights and more interaction.
Yes, this one, the only clear part on this one is, oh Lord, I think I'm running out of VRAM. It's starting to be very slow. Yeah, this canopy. I'll just switch to this. There we go. Yeah, the canopy is the only thing that'll be clear on this one. Everything else,
and the stack probably.
Yeah. This has been given the same sort of treatment as the Raven, smoothing out of smooth surfaces and curves, and then adding the details where they're needed, and then breaking up. So here you have the shield generators, and then we have the power plants, and you have the coolers, and then and the landing gear and the guns. But this being the Squadron 42 darling, it's going to, I think, CIG is going to take until like 5 minutes before the game launches, tweaking and polishing this thing. So we'll see if we're actually able to launch the kit when the game launches. But yeah, the plan is to have like this weapon mount swappable with a flush bit or with a deployed bit, and then all the quantum drive. Yeah, access to the quantum drive and everything. Yeah, it's got a lot of various different parts. I think this is going to be the most complex kit because I just can't help myself.
That I also see people asking in chat about the small parts lying around, and that brings me to the point where we also talked about maybe making some small diorama parts to put around on the bases and stuff like this.
That is a good idea. Yeah, some maybe like a landing pad or like a refueling truck or something like that. Yeah, that actually might not be a bad idea. Like to do on the downtime while we wait for CAG to completely update this model, we could look into that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we've seen some really cool dioramas and things, so we definitely want to support that and be able to have, little accessories and things like that. Not necessarily, part of the game or just, just generic like hanger flare and things like that would be able to kind of make the scene for you. So Cypher, if you do check out the website, there is 1/100 arrows available. Like you said, there's only about 30 of them left, and we're not making any more of them. So if you want to get one, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I think something like a greebly pack with small stuff that you can add to your own builds would be an awesome addition for a lot of the kits. And
definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
so
I'm for it.
Yep. I definitely we have a lot of people looking forward to stuff like that. So we definitely want to, be able to support that and be able to make these products available to you guys. Build out and just have an amazing, cool diorama and have all the detail that we all expect from it. So it looks like it's about time for the giveaway. So we will try this out. So
right.
This is
so
all new
if
for
you,
us.
if you haven't spammed in chat yet,
That's right.
do so now. You have just a few seconds left.
Just say hello, give us an 07, ask a question, whatever you'd like to do. Give you a few moments here for anybody who hasn't gotten in yet. You're very welcome, Cypher. Glad we can help you out. Right. We will draw. Nice. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was hoping for that.
Mini flames. Congratulations. Of course it is rigged. You have won our Raven diorama. So I like to call these mini kits because you do have some options in these, but this one gets you, the 3 in flight, 1 landed. They are available on the website, so if anybody else wants to pick one up, go for it. And congrats, Mini Flames. I'll make sure I write you down. We'll contact you after the stream. Get your details, sir.
So I can't think of someone better to win that prize. Finally, awesome. Mini Flames, you get to paint them. See us on the painting channel. You need to paint it. I'm looking forward to it. Awesome.
That's awesome.
And if you would like to get one of your own, the link is in the chat right now.
There you go. Perfect. Exactly. So yeah, and I did want to kind of go over a little bit of the kit here. So we can go a little bit here. So there we go. So it is available online. And this kit does have the most parts of any kit that JRDF has ever produced. So, we did put as much time and energy into making, all the parts, but because this has the lighting ready parts, there is quite a few in there. Was it 28, Darj?
I forget. Maybe it's listed on the website, I think. Or does it just say
29 pieces? Yep.
To say that the prototype we show always only have the flight configuration, so you still have the option to put everything like the landing gear on it. You can open the bay doors and display the EMP unit.
Oh yeah, that's
and all
something
that
I
stuff
wanted to show.
That I'm not showing here because I decided to have the model in flight and to also facilitate the lighting. It's a bit easier, so but that's quite important. So You
Yes,
actually
indeed.
only see 2/3 of the kit. Another third is completely hidden. Because I have not painted it, because I'm a lazy guy.
If you want to switch back to me,
Yep,
this is something that I wanted to show. Yeah, so unlike the one in the game, ours actually, the door's open and the EMP kits are there. So they are, you get two of them. You get an opaque one and you have a clear one. So if you want to do some crazy lighting in the EMP bay, those are gonna light up like crazy. But if you just don't want to do regular, that's an option as well. But yeah, there's that with a closed option and then with the open. And the stand that's also included that Drew is going to show off later nicely goes around, so you have the option to have the EMP bay open with the included stand as well.
Yeah,
Always
and
put the ladder in front for the cockpit for the pilot to climb, and that's also a nice feature. The cockpit glass also can be positioned upwards, and I think I mean, we technically do not now have kits for it to change, but you could technically also change the guns.
yes, indeed. And
This
we
is
just came
true.
out with the new gun kits. So we only had one 1-to-100 kit before, the Arrow. And so this is only our second 1-to-100 fighter-sized kit model. And so that's why we're kind of focusing a little bit more on the 1-to-100 scale. We haven't really filled that out too much, so and it is quite popular. A lot of people really enjoy the fighter size. So I want to add a little bit more. Actually, I believe we can do. Let's see here. There we go. Switch that over to here. So yeah, so you know, you got the Gallanson Tactical, you got the Apocalypse Arms, and so we do have our weapons packs available. And the cool thing is that they are compatible across the board, right? So JR, Big JR, shout out to you, has done a cool job in making a swappable kind of pin system that works with all of these ships. So we decided to move that into our new line. And of course, you know, we do have all these weapons, all the weapons in the game. So if you wanted to kind of set up your whole, you know, your ship as you have it in game, you know, we're trying to build out all the weapons packs so you can, you know, get your attritions on there or get your, you know, I kind of like the NDBs myself, so I'm hoping we can get those going for pretty soon. So we're working on those to be able to really just accessorize and customize your kit models as well. And another 07. Hi Grim, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey Grim.
It's nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. So yeah, and of course these guys, you know, great minds think alike. They literally, I had in my notes that we were going to talk about the flight and landed mode, so you're not stuck with it in a flight or landed mode version. It is on magnets, so if you want to switch it out, you want to change it, make it look different. It's not static and not set in one flight mode or landing mode. So yeah, we definitely appreciate that, and we know, you know, this is. And we build these models to be put together and painted and put on display. So we want to make it so it's whatever fits for you guys. And, you know, it's just amazing to see. And from my experience, it's always been kind of mind-blowing to see these in real life. You know, when you're working on the computer and you're doing the design and those kinds of things, and you're like, yeah, okay, I understand that. But when you hold it in your hand, man, oh man, does that change the entire like perception of this. You can look in the details and everything else. It's fantastic. So let's see here.
I'm gonna show off all the different parts that come.
Yep, that's
with the
exactly
Raven.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do right now. So we go.
And really, one thing that I want to point out with all
Hmm.
those parts, I mean, we all probably know kits that have a lot of parts. Those garage kits, the fit is mediocre at best. You have a lot of flash you need to pull off. And the great thing with those kits is that um, you still need to get the supports off, which break off quite easily, and you might want to do some sanding on those pieces. But the general fit of all those parts is perfect. So they really just align. You have no warpage in there, and that is really a joy to put together. So
Yep.
a lot of parts, but not very complicated because the fit is so great.
Awesome.
Yeah, one of the first things that I did when I got the, what was it? Oh, I do not remember, but there was, yeah, it was the intake, because the like on the Raven, um, the intake, like the front, well, it's not the intake, but the retro thrusters, like the two things that light up on the sides. Those are from made in two parts. One is the fins that you see, and then one is like a clear part from the back that diffuses the LED light that comes from the back. And when I first started, first printed those two, they just fit together with such a satisfying click. I just couldn't stop playing with just putting it, just click, 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 click. Just I'm amused too easily.
Indeed. No, it is really nice, and even myself just putting it together and kind of developing the production process, just having those pieces fit perfectly into each other is just so satisfying. It really was. And so, yeah, I definitely get that. And it just, we got to show it off at Equinox. We got to show it off at a couple different events. And it just, goes together really well. And everything in those panel lines just disappear. You don't even know that it's broken up that way. So,
That thing might be just that you don't want to look into the manual because it's so easy to put together, but the manual is so great. It looks really
that's right.
awesome. And you should have a look into the manual, even if you don't need it to put it together.
Indeed, indeed. And that's
It's
actually a great
because it's
shout
not
out.
just, yeah, it's not just a manual. It's like an art book, because we have so much wonderful stuff by both Mr. Hasgaha, who's in chat right now, and VMXEO as well. Great art and help from those guys.
That's
Yeah, it looks
fantastic.
great, but it's also really, really helpful because it shows every step in detail. So in case you want to look before you get lost, you will find what you need there.
Indeed. Yeah. No, I think the instruction manual, has a little bit of lore in there, has some, fantastic in-game screenshots. Just it's beautiful, and yeah, we put some time and effort into that, and that's part of the experience. It's really cool. I love that. Yeah, and that atlas does look very cool. So we aren't opposed to kind of working on getting that licensed and adding that into the repertoire, especially because they're pretty cool. I like to have one too. So yeah, that's right. As soon as
There
CIG
are
lets
some
us,
changes that need to be, because just like with the Raven, and after I made that, they
yeah.
made the Geo, which is different, but they also rolled back some changes they added to the Geo back to the original one. So yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
special one we had from CitizenCon, and it's actually for VMXEO from Starjump as a
Hmm.
small thank you for all the support.
Yeah,
So
Josh, that was
whenever
yours.
we meet up, Josh, it's yours.
Hmm.
That is so cool. Yeah, and of course, a fantastic paint job as always. So that's
Thank you
great,
so much.
indeed. So I do have a kit right here, and I'll show you guys what this is all involved with. And of course, more great art. Legal stuff.
And it's even though we've moved production over continents, you still get the same style of box, same style of sleeve, same
Mhm.
art. So Nothing's changed there.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been pretty consistent on making sure that we kept the quality level and we kept that really premium unboxing experience. We laser all our foam so it fits perfectly. If you get a kit
Can you
like
put
this,
yourself in the big view, or
I
do you
don't
not
I
have
don't think.
that option?
Yeah, I don't know if I have that set. Sorry.
Oh no!
I know. Do.
Some quick on-the-fly editing.
That's right. Like I said, this is a casual stream, guys,
Mm,
and we haven't been doing this in a while, so it's we're a little
yeah.
rusty. Don't just bear with us. Let's see here. So let me do. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, I could probably show. While you're waiting, this is
Yeah.
one of the prototype pieces I printed locally while I was doing some test fitting, and yeah, I just have it lying around on my desk because I like it so much. So it has no smoothing yet. It has no panel lines. It just has the basic breakup and geometry to start figuring out how to. Oh dear, he's
I know.
so
Sorry.
big.
I know. My bad.
But yeah, it has all the basic stuff. In breakup, it doesn't even have the side holes where the guns go. But yeah, it's just one of those things I want to keep because it's just one of it it it, it, it was one of the first steps
Hmm.
from my very first big kit. And so I think I'll just keep it on my desk, even though to anybody else it would just seem like weird garbage. Oh no!
But
There we go.
there we go. So we do pack the kit in laser cut foam to make sure everything is done and well protected. So we're gonna go. Let's see here. So our stand.
I also see another question about the LiDAR possibilities of the
Hmm.
kit in chat. Cypher, you want to know if you can light it up with the belly open, and yes, it actually works. We have done that on the prototype. So the EMP is prominent displayed, and the belly door is just with magnets open, and you can light it up quite easily because you just need to use the transparent EMP generators, put them inside, and then you drill two small holes to the main cavity that the light can flow from the main cavity back to
Mm.
those, and they will
Oh,
light.
did one
The
of them
other
break
option,
off?
It
yep,
did, yeah.
that's
Ah,
it. And you can also go a bit further and put maybe something like a small strobe in it, so you have it flashing or whatever you like.
mm. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, one of the good things about the way we do the supports for our prints is they're very easy to come off the supports and leave almost uh, no witness marks of where they were attached. But the downside of that is that in shipping they may detach themselves on their own.
Yeah. I think I just manhandled it a little too strongly and knocked it
Ah,
off.
okay.
So yeah, that's my own fault. But so you do have the clear version, right? And then you have the regular version. So
Mm.
and these also go on magnets. You can't really see that.
If you find the clear one, you'll be able to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
Yep.
magnets. There you go. So you get magnets. So you can move them in and out. Um, yeah, definitely go to the Discord. We have a lot of helpful people there. And so these are kind of the light backing for the thrusters.
And the great thing is, even if they look like they would be quite delicate and fragile, they are not. They are really quite sturdy. And even if you manage to step on one and break it, JRDF has a great spare parts policy. So you will be able to get the parts that you destroyed.
Or your
Indeed.
Again.
cat ate.
Yeah, your cat broke it, whatever. It's, we definitely understand that things happen. and we do appreciate that. We want these kits to be built. We want people to be making it and doing things. So we have the spare part policy. If you do have purchased a kit, reach out to us. We might be changing the way that works, but we're still going to make that available for you guys, just to just to have that peace of mind, so you can jump in there and really dig into it, because it is a little intimidating. There's a lot of parts. We want to make it as easy as possible for everyone. So you even have tiny little lighting.
Yep, all the lights, like the position lights and the signal lights, those are all separate parts.
And then our light bridge with our logo in there.
Right. Something I call the light bridge, but nobody is going to know where that is. Basically, what Steel was talking about before, that you can use a single LED at the front to light up everything. So we have one big clear part that attaches to every other clear part. That's how the kit comes together. Mm-hmm. So if you just put one big LED at the back of that, the clear plastic will just transmit light through everything, so everything will light up.
Fantastic.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, also at least half of those small lights will light up from the main cavity, because they also are connected. So you have the option to wire them independently for another color or blinking effect. But if you want to go really easy, all those lights in the main cavity will be connected.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea, and it's neat that it's available for you to do that. So we do actually, and I saw this and I want to mention that we do have coating on the clear parts that is basically UV protection, and it makes it a little bit more smoother and a little clearer. So it makes it look a lot better. But it's really about the protection from UV, because it is UV resin, so it does get affected by the sunlight. But when you have it coated with the 2K coating, it makes it look really nice and shiny, and it protects it. So that's part of the process we did here. So then now you can see we have quite a few parts here. So that's just all the clear parts. Now we're going to the other accessories here.
I think 29 is like all, with not counting the duplicates in clear. So we may have to revise the number on those.
We might have to do that. Yeah, definitely. But it is many parts. Very many parts. So you got your guns. The
guns that come with it. Let me just. Yeah, those are the Quarrelers, size 3. Because that is the default loadout with the Raven. But yeah, if you buy one of the other 1-to-100 gun kits, size 3, you'll be able to swap them out, because the pegs that align those and position those are identical.
Mm-hmm. So, Darsh, let me ask you a question here. What? So this little guy, I know what this is. I know where it goes. What was the inspiration for making this as a separate piece?
Well, that is because I saw that there was a natural breakup point where the nose attaches to the body, but that part was just, it felt like it was a piece that bridged the nose and the body, because it was a piece that it was indented into both. So I just thought it was like, and JR did something similar with the Carrack. You had the front and the back piece of the main fuselage, and then you have a couple of connecting pieces that bridge the gap. It kind of helps hide the main breakup line as well, I would say.
I would say that's correct. Yeah, that looks great.
Also gives the option to put a light in it if you want to. We didn't do that, but
good point. So as you can see, there is quite a few parts to this. And
Those are
I think
the retro thrusters I was talking about before. That
Yeah.
was so satisfying to click together.
Indeed. And now you got those little lines that are gold pass.
Yeah, that's correct.
Indeed. Next layer.
That's the big parts. Yeah.
These are the big boys. This is the bottom layer. Thank you for the follow. Again, you have the rear section here. This is nice clear part, coated.
Normally with that part, it's not the entire thing that glows. There's just a little tiny strip at the very edge that glows blue, and then everything around it also glows. But yeah, but I just kept that entire thing clear just for ease of use. Yeah. And you see that little smiley face, the mouth, on the bottom there.
Yep.
That is where another clear part goes, and the little channel is actually a through hole, so you can wire up your LED that way. Good luck getting that injection printed, injection molded.
Very cool. Right? That's impossible with injection molding, right?
Yeah, you cannot do overhangs.
Trying to get an angle to show off the thruster part.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Model.
Yeah. I can get you over to your stream here in a second. Once I get all these parts out.
That's the landing gear.
Landing gear, yep. And so we do use some of the tough resin in case like this guy here. It's a little more flexible. It's a little bit more robust. So certain parts are going to require that. So we kind of make that determination when we're building out these parts.
It would be easy if we could just, throw them on the ground and see what breaks, but we kind of have to make some of that determination beforehand, just so we don't waste money on prints that are just going to end up in pieces.
Indeed. So here you go. Like this would be the closed ones, and this is the open ones, right? So you can switch these out for flight or landed. And then you just have the EMP bay.
Yeah, that is the closed one. Yeah. So one thing that we also do, there will be a couple of pieces that when you close them up, they will be completely flush, and you could grow your fingernails and try to get them out, or try to get that done with something sharp. But what we also do is we embed a larger magnet near the surface. And then we also include a little stick that you put one of those big magnets onto, and it's easy to just align the little stick where the magnet is, and you pull it off. It'll be strong enough to break the magnetic adhesion of the other magnets that are holding it to the model. Yeah, so it'll be very easy to pull off without scratching anything.
Indeed, and we had to
if you've spent like weeks painting it. Yeah, you don't want to scratch the paint.
Exactly. And you got your wings
that are not symmetrical. That was one of the changes.
Yeah,
it's not a left and right piece identical. So yeah, one of them has a thing and the other one does not. Because why not?
Of course, because.
Yeah, but I won't say what it is. If you want to figure what exactly that is, buy a kit and see for yourself.
There you go. Check it out. And then, of course, the two main body pieces here. So these make up the bulk of the ship. And, of course, as we print these and as we, QA, we make sure that, they are 100%, there's no flaws, there's no problems, there's no anything wrong with them. We only pack things that are 100% good to go. So, when you do get a kit, If anything does happen to it in shipping, heaven forbid, definitely let us know. We're happy to help you out and fix those problems. But that's why we do this robust packaging. We have everything laser cut to make sure that they're well protected, and of course, shipping. You've seen some of those shipping nightmares, so it can get pretty intense. So we definitely understand that, but we will make sure it is protected as much as possible. So that's it. That's the kit. So that's all the parts. Of course, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. And then
there's also the instructions manual.
Oh yeah, don't have that handy though, unfortunately.
Oh,
I know.
Well, I guess they'll just have to wait until next stream to see that
You
one.
We'll have to do that. Maybe we can have some folks on that contributed to that. So I think that'd be a fun time to talk about.
That actually is a excellent idea.
I think so too. So let's see here. What do we have next? Yeah, so we can go over a couple of the questions here. So from design to kit, how long does it take? That's a loaded question. Let me get my big face up here.
Well, yeah. Well, depending on the kit, if it's one of those 1 to 500 ones, it's gonna be a couple of weeks. Especially earlier on, it took me a couple of weeks just to figure out how to use the software.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was half a year, I want to say, of work.
I would say at least, yeah.
Just condensed without actually having to wait for sign-offs and waiting for legal and waiting for CIG to change their mind yet again about what they wanted to see or do with the thing, and then just actual modeling work and printing prep and getting it to where it is a printable product. 6 to 9 months, I want to say, which is not the longest part of making a kit like this. So we find out.
Yeah, and then you do have the time for production. So once you have the model, you got to be able to mass produce it, and make sure that it's repeatable and the quality level is there. And then, of course, none of the packaging exists, so you have to go in and design the packaging, design the layout, basically iterate on the sizes of the cutouts and things like that. So, yeah, it takes quite a while to kind of put everything together. I also feel that it was quite a learning curve in general, just from starting from the beginning and going all the way through the entire process. It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of moving parts, and whether it's licensing or it's design or it's production, we put all of our time and passion into it and try to make it as best as possible. So we don't want to cut corners, and we really want to make these the best we can. So yeah, exactly. So, and I know the character quite a long time, and the results show themselves. It's such an amazing ship.
Yep.
And great detail level, and it fits together so nicely. So it definitely shows the effort when you get down to it and you can see the detail. So I definitely, and I have a lot more appreciation for all your time and effort in production and design. So kudos to you, JR, for sure.
And thanks for teaching me this.
Yeah, absolutely. We are very, very proud of it. And
although I would say the student has surpassed the master.
Maybe we can have a contest.
Oh yes, if we get more nice models, I'm all for it.
Awesome.
Let's see who takes the fewest months to make the next kit.
That's right. Brave words. See? Oh man, now we're getting some competitiveness here. Well, I do appreciate when you do the full size stuff. So that was very impressive when we got to see
Oh yes.
the office and experience the dragonfly and all those things. So definitely appreciate it. So yeah, the licensing. So Stellar Alk, the licensing is done per model. And so we develop it first, and we actually have to send a full kit with all the bells and whistles to CIG for them to sign off. So we have to put in a lot of effort. Obviously we're working with CIG during the process, but as for the final sign off, it needs to be 100%. What you would see in the store. So. Thank you, JR. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes, I was being facetious, but thank you for saying that.
We are definitely, yeah. Oh, I know, the lighting kit is such a cool thing. Yeah, and that we're not done yet. We definitely have some great ideas. We have some really cool stuff coming up. We really are excited about some of these things that we have. Obviously, we can't talk too much about them, but sign up for our newsletter, and we'll definitely be announcing things through that if you haven't. So, actually, that would be a good. Let me write that down as a note. We'll add that as a command later. If I go to different commands, though, it'll kill the giveaway. So I don't want to do that.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's right. I would love to see a competition between you guys. That'd be a lot of fun.
I could probably go toe to toe with JR when it comes to kit models, but not when it comes to something like a door. TV surround.
If you want to have like an on-air sign, you can't just put the on-air sign up there, right?
Yeah.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it in game. Oh, I love it.
Especially the MSR is such a beautiful kit. I think that really is a great tradition of the models that we have there. So I couldn't really tell which kit I like more. Those from Darj or those from JR. Both are very, very nice, and I think they also have. The kit in the end, it looks like the model in the game, sure, but you can see a bit of the style from each of you guys from the building process, and that is really nice to see. So I love both of the kits, and I wouldn't be here and painting this stuff if it was not for JR and Cult. So big shout out and thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, no, and I got to say, shout out to the JRDF community and everybody that's helped out with us and just volunteered your time or just given us really good rates and just your passion and your talent. It's just been inspiring, really inspiring to have everybody jump on board and help out. It's really an awesome thing that we have a nice close-knit community. And we work really, really hard and make these things happen. So it's fantastic. So I want to give kudos to everybody that's jumped on, and of course just the community in general. Like we have our community Discord, and people are in there and chatting away, and it's a really great thing. And we always say it's the best damn community out there with Star Citizen, but we have our little cadre of JRDF fans, and we do appreciate you and really just love seeing the interactions and going out to the Bar Citizen events and shaking hands and talking shop and doing all that stuff. So it's just, yeah, it's fantastic. It's what motivates me and what inspires me to really even be here and be online and chatting with you guys. So keep it up. And like I said, give us the feedback. Let us know what you think. We love it. So, We got another question. So that is, what is the probability of new production runs on sold out models? So there's a difference between sold out and the run is done. So with the PTV, so that was a kind of an experiment in the beginning, and really didn't have a set number for them. So when it was done with production, it was done. And that, as you know, we kind of mentioned earlier that we might be able to do a new run with the new version of it, but the old version and the old PTV kit, unfortunately, is not going to be available ever again. So that's the way it works. And you know, like I said, the Arrow, we're almost out of those guys. We're not going to be making any more Arrow kits once we run out of the 500, and that's a limitation through our licensing. So once we get the license for a set number, then it's done once the run is done. So we are working to get more of the stock available for you guys. So if you do see something that is out of stock, you can sign up for, you know, the notification, let you know when it does come back into stock. We're going to be working on some promotions and things like that to really get our name out there, give you guys some deals. Just really kind of thinking outside of the box and thinking of different ways to enable just more opportunity, you know, be able to do your dioramas. I really enjoy the idea that, you know, you can have your accessories for your landing pads and dioramas and different things like that. So absolutely appreciate, you know, what you guys are doing out there, and love seeing those pictures and the photos and all the painting. So absolutely keep it up. Let's see here. We are working with we've been planning for quite some time how to, indeed, limited editions. We've been working on trying to figure out a way to really connect with creators and people that are out there that really want to like tout the JRDF name, kind of let people know what, you know, we stand for quality. We don't cut any corners, and, you know, we make the best products we possibly can. It is only, you know, 2.5 people in a garage. So, you know, we do what we can. And we, like I said, we have great support of all the people around us. So it's fantastic to have that support. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So thank you so much. But we do want to be able to get our name out there. I think that's one thing that, you know, we've been slacking a little bit. I'll take that. That's on me. But, you know, we want to get our name out there. We want people to see our products. We want to see the quality level, and get to more events. We want to be able to, you know, do some, you know, build-alongs and painting streams and stuff like that. And I saw you mention that earlier. I think that was JR. The build and paint stream, you know, we still have planned for. You know, I want to be able to get the Morgan and Ventivar to jump on and hang out and be able to build one of these models and show you like the process of actually doing it.
We need Morgan to show how a kit is built properly.
That's right, exactly. So definitely having some fun with it. And obviously, you know, this is what we're doing here on the stream, is just kind of getting out there and, you know, hitting that stream button. So, you know, it may not be perfect, but we're here, we're trying, and we'll get better every time. So the more we do it, the more refined it'll be, the more fun it'll be. And, you know, obviously we want to be able to show off what we do, you know, doing workshop tours and things like that. I mean, I've done that here with a couple of the citizens from Syracuse Bar Citizen. Absolute blast showing these guys around and having fun. So
there's one coming up, right, as well? You go into the next one, right?
There is, yep. May 31st.
Excellent.
So shout out to Syracuse Bar Citizen. Anybody want to show up there? It's an absolute blast. So much fun. And any of these events that we can get to, we're going to be trying to getting to more of these events. You know, we're a regular at Equinox. Those guys are great over there in Ohio. We there's a few. New Jersey is definitely one that we want to get to. Um, we definitely want to be able to get out there and kind of talk more about our stuff, and that's kind of my jam, to be able to show off the coolness that is JRDF. So I want to be able to do that some more, and be able to connect with the community, and it's always fun to do that. So
Yeah, we need to get you like a couple of painted and assembled kits in stock, so you can take them to those bar citizens.
absolutely. Let's see here.
Yeah,
So
that's what we also do here in Germany. When there is a bar setting, I usually try to bring some kits that people have a look at it in person.
And
But I
just
think
like
it should
you'll be doing
probably,
for Con 42.
yes, indeed.
yeah, same thing.
So there was the question for the live building and painting stream. We don't know when, but like I said, we want to be doing streams a little bit more often. So just keep an eye on the Discord. Keep an eye out for the newsletter. We'll let you guys know when we're planning on doing the stuff. And like I said, it's going to be a lot more often, just because it's a lot more fun to do this stuff. So let's see here. We got any plans for in-game armors as kits and sold? Not 1-to-1 VMX, but definitely been looking into some experimentation with that.
Yeah, if Steel wants to show the Atlas a bit more, you can see like what a 1-to-40 character would look like. So if would that be as like a sufficient scale, or were you thinking bigger? Because 1-to-40 is already small.
Yeah,
It's still
that's pretty small.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, we don't know. So it's kind of I wish I had it handy, but I have the Novikov suit, kind of in a 3D print in a 6.5 inch, 7-inch model. So I don't know what that scale would be, but it definitely is a possibility. We do have to go through the same process we would have to go through a kit, everything else. But yeah, definitely on the docket. Definitely something.
5 centimeters would be 1-to-40, and this is exactly what the what that little character that's slowly coming into focus. There we go. Yep. But that is a full character. That's not just armor kit.
It's actually the Raven, the Raven pilot that comes with the kit. You get a small one that you can place near the Raven, and this one is the large scale version of it that is not in the kit, but you get the small one.
Indeed.
There you go.
So definitely
yes.
Argo is a possibility for the future.
Yes, like I said, I want to, for the next bake kit, I want to go away from military, something civilian, industrial. I do have, this is something I've already teased before, like a half finished, almost abandoned 400i in 1-to-500 lying around. So I could probably finish that one as the next thing. But yeah, definitely something more utilitarian, less pew pew, more
pew pews, more
working
industrial.
man.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with that. So yeah, let me just because we're here and I want to be able to try to do some fun stuff. Let's try a poll.
Citizen of the Verse, a mole, would be very difficult because it has so many moving parts. It's well, it wouldn't difficult. It would be tedious, I want to say. Yeah, I'd rather do a Hull C.
Dang, Hull C.
I've got ideas about how to do the whole cargo grid thing.
Okay.
I've got ideas. The raft, actually, the raft might be a thing, yeah.
Or
no, has to be the king, the MBUV.
The MPUV.
With the different
that
pods.
I would like to see that in 1 to 40. The MPUV.
Yeah.
Come on, that would be just awesome.
Yeah, now I kind of want to do that.
All right, we're gonna try this out, guys, just for funsies. But yeah, it does give us some information. So, what's the next ship you would like to see in 1 to 500? Start.
Also, Steel, that's not like an official Star Citizen livery. That has that's giving me like
which livery?
80s vibes.
From what? From the Atlas?
For the Atlas, yes.
It looks very
alien. Yeah, that's very alien style. Yeah. When we talked about about this, we have a lot of aliens in Star Citizen, don't we?
Yeah.
No, when we talked about it in the first place, that it would be a cool thing. I remember VM actually were talking about that particular movie, and so the small homage on the initial idea that was there. And when we see all the artwork from CIG, it looks a bit like they might have had the same inspirations.
Also, Drew, I think you may have put the timer on that poll way too short because it's already over.
Oh no.
We'll go again. We'll go
try it
again. Chat.
Sorry, yes, like I said. Oh yeah, that's okay. Cool.
Terrapin won, but we should go again.
So what? Okay, let's go.
Let's give it 5 minutes.
Okay, you got it. Pull. New poll. We'll do this again.
And Cal's kingship.
Right? The kingship. Only if it's in game and gold standard.
Getting anxiety already.
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Sorry, that was my bad. Let's see. Terrapin. Zeus.
Me and my conditions.
Mole. Do we want to add another one to that list? Any suggestions?
Did you put the MPUV before?
MPUV. Nope.
And Raft. And
what about some love for the racing community? Do we have the pulse on there already?
What do you want to do? 3 minutes? 5 minutes?
5. Let's do 5.
5 it is. All right. Now we'll start again. Here we go, folks.
Yeah. This is just one poll. We should restart the main poll that we have on our website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do get a lot of feedback from the community. So yeah, I love the Corsair too. That'd be really nice to see.
Cutter already exists in 1 to 500.
It does.
But only the base one. There's a couple of variants that also exist that we may look into eventually, but because that would be easier to do than say the Raven variants, because those are so different.
Indeed, the Zeus Terrapin sweep. Here we go.
Yeah, but what's the medical Terrapin called again?
Oh, I don't know.
The Medipin? Was it the Medipin?
Medipin. But yeah, so it's like somebody asked about the Perseus, right? So we haven't even seen that in game, and we usually will wait for Gold Pass because we've learned that lesson. But it needs to be in game.
New ships are usually already Gold Pass as they come out, other than individual components like avionics, radar, and life support, because those haven't been finished in the game yet. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Who designed the Cyclone? Do you mean like the actual concept art for it, or the kit? Because if it's concept art, I think that's Paul Jones, and the kit was done by JR.
Big JR. Man,
Yeah,
kudos to you,
in
man.
chat.
That's been fantastic. There you go,
Was it Gavin?
Paul.
No, you're right. It was Gavin. Yeah, Gavin. The concept, Paul, I guess, orchestrated it being implemented in the game. Yeah. Because Gavin has one of the kits.
Indeed. And so does Paul. Did a great job in painting it.
Well, no. Gavin has a kit. Paul has a Cyclone. That's the difference.
Ah, yes.
Because Gavin's is still in the box. It's still a kit.
Yes. So we're working on getting all the things that are out of stock back in stock for, just to make sure that if you do want to buy it, it's going to be available for you. So we're working on getting those. Like you said, we've moved production a couple times now. So just figuring out the logistics of all that and getting everything kind of set up for that. We had to really set up quite a few ships to go to CitizenCon. We kind of got everything, we sold quite a bit there. So it took us a while to recover from that. And then we moved the production down to Virginia. And so we're kind of, getting that workshop set up so we can really get things kind of going at a good pace. And then when we have that available, like I said, you can sign up for the notification. I'll let you know when it's back in stock. So nice. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. And show us your pictures and the matching. That would be really cool to see. Citizen of the Verse, great name. So, all right. Okay, that's
looks
about
like
all.
I'm making the Terrapin next.
It sure looks like it.
A couple of seconds left, but it's running away with it.
Well, I'm okay with that. That sounds great.
Yeah. It has minimal moving parts. I'll have to pull it from the game and see. Well, I'll have to have VMXEO pull it from the game for me, and then see exactly what needs to be done to it.
Very good. Yeah.
And 1 to 500.
That would be a very cool looking ship. Excellent.
How what are its dimensions? What is it, like slightly smaller than a Cutlass? I want to say. Well, in length, I know it's wider and just chunkier. It's small. It's not smaller than the Arrow. You shut your face.
There's no way. Awesome. So that's all I had for my notes. If you guys want to have some final thoughts, final sayings, thank people, whatever, go ahead, Darjanator. Anything you want to say?
No, I'm good. Support your local kit builders.
Yes, I like it. And Steel, anything you got to add? Anything you want to finish out with?
Yeah, really, it has been a pleasure to work on the kits with you guys, and it always is so nice to see people coming to the Discord and posting their work or asking for help, showing stuff. We all learn that together. So yeah, join us on the Discord. Let's build together and paint the stuff. Looking forward
Absolutely. To it. And again, I got to say, kudos to the community. Fantastic group. Awesome. So we're going to do the final giveaway. This is going to be for a Raven diorama. So it is 3 in flight, 1 landed. And we, if you haven't said anything in chat, then give us an 07. Say hello, ask a question, do whatever. I'll get you into the thing. There's Steel. So yeah, it's been a great time. And yeah, we kind of want to do, at least a couple hours for you guys. Go over some things. Maybe we can get VMX and Mr. Haskaha to kind of join us next time. We'll have to chat with them, see what they think, and we can go over how some of this stuff is really pulled out of the verse. And I really am just blown away by the talent of all the people that we have helping us out and working. There's Engineer. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. And how
Good
you
to
make
see
those break screenshots? You know, you just
Exactly.
go run the game and press print screen, right?
Right, I think so.
all
That's
it
what
takes,
that's
right?
all it is. Yes, you know, we just pull it out of the hollow viewer, press print, kit model's done.
Yep. Yeah. And we
Easy
break
peasy.
in the big bucks.
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's fantastic. It's been a fantastic time, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. So thanks again. Keep an eye out for announcements to come to the next stream. Like I said, it's not going to be months and months and months. We're going to try to do this on a pretty regular basis. Not sure what that schedule looks like, but it's definitely not going to be like that. I would say, you know, a couple, 3 weeks or so, and we'll be back up and chatting with you guys. So look forward to the next time. Join the Discord. Give us your feedback. We love you guys. And yeah, here's the winner. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Darsh. Shall we reroll? Reroll it
Yeah.
is.
I have several up in the closet.
Captain Catafrack, you are the winner, sir. Congratulations. Excellent, excellent. So we will reach out after the stream and get your information. Congratulations. We really appreciate
At best,
you
if you
guys
join our
coming by.
Discord and drop
Yep.
us a line there, it'll be easiest to find.
Yep, exactly. So thank you so much, everybody. Y'all have a great day, night, whatever, wherever you are. And yeah, we'll see you next time. So thanks so much, guys. Thank you, Steel and Darjanator. Really appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. So awesome time. We'll have to do it again soon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
All right.